What's up, everybody? Um, yeah, it's been a few days since I posted a video. Just having some digestive issues, really bad digestive issues. And as I was thinking about that before I started this video, I was like, I must be having trouble digesting something. Not food, but even mentally. Like, what am I having trouble digesting in my life? And God, it's really hard with all the responsibilities and everything to have fun. I've been haven't played guitar in a few weeks. I haven't played piano or done any music stuff for a few weeks. It could be longer, but the thought crosses my mind, but I just don't feel like I have the energy. I'm just so drained. But maybe that's what I'm having trouble digesting, or I'm not sure. Anyways, wasn't about this video is not about that. This video is mainly for the men. So for the women, if you want to listen, you can. Otherwise, you can just watch another video, because I don't think it applies to you. But you can certainly listen. This is for men about spilling your seed, I guess. I just had a confirmation from one of the masters in my life that spilling your seed, it reduces your chi, your prana, your ka, which is your life force. Sadhguru talks about this, and it made a whole lot of sense to me. But when you're conceived, when you're born, you have two cells, one from your mother and one from your father, and those cells combine to create a being, a human, a physical body. I guess that's all. Not actually, like, it's not like they're creating a soul or anything. But that one soul, that one cell, that one cell has everything that it takes to create a body. It's not like, oh, this cell is for an arm and this cell is for a leg. I mean, yeah, cells will have particular jobs, I guess you could say, at the end of it but so that cell doubles into two, and then those cells double into four, but each cell contains the memory to complete the entire body. And so I guess where I'm going with this is, and where Sadhguru went with this, is that there's a lot of energy in that one cell, all the memory and everything that goes into it. And so when you spill your seed, it takes a lot of energy from your body, from your system, to replenish that. And so don't waste it, I guess. But also, just I've noticed myself that when I do, and I guess what I'm talking about more so as well is, I think it applies, like, if you're in a marriage, it's kind of hard to just say, no, I'm not going to have sex with my wife. I think it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad to have sex. I'm not trying to demonize it. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't do it. Just be mindful about how much you do it, why you're doing it, when you're doing it. So for me, when I get stressed out, I want to spill my seed. It's like a stress reliever, but I think depending on what you're trying to do, so I've been having digestive issues, and, for whatever reason, I have, not for whatever reason, I took antibiotics for like 2 years when I was younger, and I didn't know. And it just destroyed my gut. And so, I'm dealing with digestive issues even to this day. I have sugar cravings. I have all kinds of things that get me, that It's like I'm addicted to sweets. But even before that, I was addicted to sweets. I've liked sweets probably ever since I was a kid. Even my kids love sweets. Maybe it's just natural, and it's okay, but it's not good for your body. And so I've been trying to kick that habit of just eating sweets, but it just seems like every couple weeks it's kind of cyclical. It just comes back around, or depending on how I'm feeling, whether I feel good or whether I feel feeling high or feeling low. Usually when you feel low, you're drawn low energy, low vibration, then you're drawn to um, low vibration foods. When you're feeling high vibration, you're drawn to high vibration foods. But even the high vibration, you can kind of get in a place where you might fall back on old habits, not knowing it if you're not conscious about it. So even though you're high vibration, you can be like, well, I want this donut or cookie or cake or something, ice cream. And so, really just being mindful of, and I am mindful, but sometimes, yeah, it's really hard to overcome those thoughts when you get them. And so at any rate, for me, I think like I can become addicted to sweets, and it really, and for me, if I like lived alone and I wasn't married, I didn't have any kids, I just wouldn't have sweets in my house, and I think it'd be fine. I think it'd be okay. But my wife's not like spiritual at all, and she doesn't have a sweet tooth, but she likes to have sweets around the house. And I'm like, hide it. I don't want to see it. Keep it away from me, because I don't I don't always have that willpower. And it just seems like I'm also surrounded by people, whether it's old friends or what have you. I don't go out all the time. I'm kind of a hermit, but the times that I do go out, it just seems like we're surrounded by food, junk food all the time. And I just have to say no, 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 no. And it's like my willpower only goes so far. So, um, yeah, sometimes I can't wait until the new world hits, and the new earth, and we start making healthy foods, and people start waking up around me, so that but maybe I'm supposed to make these decisions before that happens, where it's a non-issue. I can rise above it, but it's difficult. It's been an uphill challenge for me. And so now I've got digestive issues. And anyways, back to spilling of the seed, I guess. When I'm in that low vibration and I feel stressed and I feel the urge to spill my seed, there's been really good times actually where I've just kind of ignored it, kind of just, I feel it. I feel you there. The thought, the urge, the energy of it. But I just ignore it. I keep about my day. Eventually it goes away. But then there's other times where like, I'm just going to do it, and then I'll put on some porn or whatever, or have sex with the wife. Again, I don't think having sex with your wife is a bad thing, but I do think it contributes. It's similar. It's the same as spilling your seed, right? Like, I mean, it's whether you are watching porn or you don't watch anything, or you have sex, spilling your seed is spilling your seed. And so it still takes energy for your body to replenish that. But it's a topic I think not a lot of people are aware of. And it's hard to talk about. It's like, is this video going to get taken down? Am I going to be censored by YouTube? Am I going to be like, get a strike or something? I don't know. But, I just start a new channel if I have to. But yeah, I feel like it needs to be talked about, and that it is a thing, and you have to be mindful of it, be aware of how often you choose to partake in that, depending on what you're trying to do. I mean, maybe there's people out there that have no addictions or nothing they're struggling with, which is that's hard to believe. We're on planet Earth here. It's like everybody has something. We're all here to learn, and we're all here to, even if it's not yours, right? Like I've got, my bloodline, whatever that is, my DNA history, and all the memory of my ancestors and everything that is, that's inside of me, and it affects me. So, I know that me as like a soul, an entity of being, doesn't have any addictions to sweets or sugar, but me on this earth, this body, and this physicality, I do. And so, yeah, just be careful on how often you be mindful, how often you spill your seeds, so that you can retain that willpower and that control. I don't know if control is the right word, but the willpower to rise above the temptations that are out there. And maybe it's different for someone else. Maybe instead of sugar, they've got a gambling habit or a drug habit or alcohol, and cigarettes. I saw somebody posting earlier, commenting on a different video about they quit smoking for, so some people have sex as an addiction too, that they're addicted to sex. I mean, that's a tough one. If you're like, that seems like an endless cycle of, at that point, you just got to say no and have the willpower, and maybe become a monk and go to an ashram or a nun or something. I don't know. I don't know what to solve, what the solution is for that. You got to go to someone else, watch someone else's videos for that. But, yeah, it's, I'd like to know, those of you who are watching this, if you've encountered similar issues or noticed anything and how it affects you, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your experiences with this. And if you weren't aware before, that's okay. If you're listening to this now and you become aware in the future, I mean, there's so many people out there who care less about their addictions. They don't even think they're addictions. Like, just nonstop sugar eating, drinking alcohol. Our society has so many things that are normalized that shouldn't be normalized at all, and they are. And you're probably not watching this video if you're one of those people. So, but for those of us that are trying to break our bondages, right? Release ourselves from our self-enclosed prison. If you're addicted to a certain type of food, I know people that live for food and sleep. Like, they love food and sleep. And that, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. But that just means you're still in survival mode, because if you've moved beyond that, there's so much more to life than sleep and food, and sex. Even there's so much more. I've experienced just bliss to a point where I could really care less if I had sex or not. But maintaining that, really, I guess I've heard understanding that once you feel that, obviously you want more of it, but not getting attached to it. Just knowing that it came and went, and I've had a few of those periods in my life. And you just enjoy them while you got them, and then they go. Hopefully one day those will be a consistent part of my reality, where I'm just experiencing that all the time. But for right now, trying to enjoy the journey of getting there to that place. Because once we get there to that place and we're just blissed out all the time, what else is left? I mean, obviously that's just great in and of itself, but there's no more struggle. You've kind of achieved the greatest, the highest level at this point, at that point that you could achieve. So, this is the hero's journey. We're on a journey to achieve that, to achieve other things. But anyways, I won't drag this video on any longer. If you have any questions about this, please leave it in the comments. Like the video if you like what I had to say. If you came across this video, it's timeless and maybe you needed to hear it when at a point in your life, whether it's a year from now or 10 years from now. If you came across this video, you needed to hear what I had to say, and trust that, and then see how you can incorporate what I'm saying into your life if it was helpful. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you. See you later.